City volunteers clean up the house of a care recipient who thought of giving up on life. City volunteers provide cleaning tools to flood-affected residents in Indonesia. Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. Solitary senior Mr. G almost gave up on life as he suffered from a failed business and has no one to rely on. He has polio and cleaning up his house is almost impossible. City volunteers help him clean up his house and take care of him.
He was just lying there, one foot on the floor while his body was on the bed. He wasn't moving and his face was sheet white. I was scared. He was dehydrated. Maybe if we came a day later, he might not be here today.
My legs? I was born with polio, but I can walk on it. I can't wear slippers because my foot doesn't grip it. This is why I'm barefoot most of the time. It's just me. Who else would I eat meals with? I'm used to it. It's been so long. I'm like a rice weevil now. If I can just sleep and not wake up, it would be the best. I just live day to day waiting to die. What wish would I have?
Look at this curtain and how tattered it is. I can't stand it, really. The ones in my house are nothing like this.
OK 吗？
头一次看到他这么贤惠。
I'm so moved, really. I didn't know there would be so many people here.
来，不换，处理掉再建立，全部进来，全部进来，一人跑一趟，他就 OK 了。
消舍的骨头，旁边白白的是舍的蛋壳，就没有生活的空间，所以一出事，H 他的一年就是如此，马上过世。
你说你这么惊垃圾啦，但是你要做啦，因为垃圾不要清起就好啊啦。
好，现在拆那个旧的窗帘。
哇，你们下面很脏哦。
The air conditioning unit is broken, so it's useless. It's easier to just remove it. It will also be airier for the house. This is my specialty, interior remodeling.
At the site, he hires employees to do this, and today he's doing this himself. He's really putting in his effort to help.
This is fine. It's sure enough. It's been about a year since I've washed my hair like this. Thank you, Tzu Chi, and to the brothers and sisters for the help today. Thank you so much.
我看是这些人较做功夫的。
安尼吼，你啊好活落去哦。
好。
哦，我等你出来做环保。
好。我活落遐了，今后条我就甲师姐来做环保。
In Malaysia, Lee Namping encountered an accident, making him unable to carry out his business as a food vendor. His life became difficult, and he even tried to commit suicide. Upon learning about his situation, city volunteers provided him with daily subsidy and medical aid.
His left calf has been wrapped by gauze till his ankle, causing mobility difficulties. This is Lee Namping, who encountered an accident on his way to work.
也是因为自己也是心太急啊。
I was in a hurry. I was driving my car as it was raining. I drove a little faster and lost control when heading down the slope. I hit something, and that time my foot hit the clutch paddle and I got hurt.
可能是打到那个控制器那个clutch 那边啦。
After the incident, he was unable to stand for a long period of time. This affected his business, and he did not have an income. He even had the thought of committing suicide.
As food vendors, our income is not very lucrative. I also do not have any savings and have no children. I actually tried to commit suicide but failed.
Soon, Tzu Chi volunteers came to visit and provided daily and medical aid.
Tzu Chi provides subsidies for his daily expenses since December last year. As his wound started to get worse, we have called team of doctors to assist with the situation.
The injured left leg was in bad condition because he didn't take care of the wound properly. After tender care by team of doctors, things turned for the better.
The skin around the wound was swollen. I think it might be because of the blood vessels. So I taught him how to treat his wound and letting him rub his own wound. It has been 5 to 6 weeks now, and there's much improvement.
I'm very thankful towards Tzu Chi. You provided both financial and psychological assistance to me. You are all really caring. If I have a chance to reciprocate in the future, I will definitely do so, even if I can only do bit by bit.
Donating the money he has been collecting in the bamboo coin bank, Lee Namping's health has improved, and he also found his goal for the coming days in his life.
Tzu Chi Central grounds used to be factories of a dyeing and finishing plant. After the owner sold the place to Tzu Chi, the sheet metal house was turned into a Central Recycling Education Station. For 15 years, recycling volunteers have been protecting the environment.
After coming here to help out, many people will feel weird if they do not come for a day. Their families also feel at ease seeing how they come out happily and go home joyfully.
Tzu Chi Central Recycling Station, which was established in March 2005, used to be a dyeing and finishing plant. For 48 years, the plant had produced countless fabrics of different colors. After it turned into a recycling station, it became a place that saves the earth and purifies people's hearts.
It's like a medicine for the mind. Doing this will help us forget our worries. As we're busy doing things, we forget about other worrisome things. When we finish the tasks, we feel happy and have a sense of accomplishment.
Cai Baomei is 78 years old, and Gao Qingfeng is also elderly. They both contemplated suicide because of pressure in life.
Later, my younger sister visited me, telling me to volunteer with Tzu Chi. I then decided I want to come out. I've let go of my worries. I no longer have worries.
People call her Ashao. She likes to make us laugh. She jokes around a lot.
Patient smiles are the most beautiful. Huang Xuqiang has been through a major car accident. She has vowed to do rehabilitation with a firm determination.
I've been able to stand up for 7 to 8 years. I'm grateful that I can come. I'm very happy. I only have mobility issues. If I had continued to rely on a wheelchair, I would not be able to stand up. I'm very happy that I can be like this now.
There are more than 100 recycling volunteers at Central Recycling Education Station, which has been in operation for 15-some years. The volunteers who dedicate most time are elderly volunteers. Many of them have cultivated themselves to become pure and wise, having the mind of young people.
My 5-year-old granddaughter said that, "Grandma, our earth is melting. Hurry up and save the earth." A 5-year-old can say things like this. How can we not think about recycling? Look at the amount of recyclables we collect each day. If we did not do the work, the earth will be destroyed and immersed in garbage. With such concern, we come out to volunteer.
The volunteers, ranging from 20 years old to 90-some years old, concentrate on their work. They concentrate because they vow to save the earth.
We do our job well, hurry up and do the work. Time passes by very fast.
Coming here, I can learn some knowledge. After going home, I know I should avoid using some items.
我觉得这还不错，不会造成地球的伤害，至少减少了。
Beginning in 2012, Tzu Chi volunteers have been collecting plastic bags from stores in Wufenpu and bring them to Central Recycling Education Station. Due to the large amount of plastic bags, recycling volunteers work hard to sort them.
Every day at 10 o'clock in the morning, our volunteers mobilized to practice aerobics, which is a very important homework for Central Recycling Education Station.
在这里是心安居，我们来这里都做得蛮快乐的，跟那个叠出了呀，对不对？啊，像的一样，无惧自然啊。
这就敢若咱兜咧，看到人就安尼，就打一个招呼安尼啦。
Ye Mingzhu was in the plastic bag sorting area, caring for everyone. She knows that recycling volunteers always seize opportunities to work because there are 12,000 kilograms of plastic bags that need to be sorted a month, and 60% of them are from Wufenpu commercial room.
老板，请问有私家在回收吗？大家要回收吧。哦，妹妹你吃快点。哦，谢谢啊。哦，你也有哦。 好，来。谢谢，感恩。
I'll see these Tzu Chi brothers and sisters at a fixed time in the evening. They come here to collect the plastic bags and will not cause us trouble.
They come every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. The plastic bags are discarded anyway. If they come to collect them, it is a good idea, so I cooperate with them.
Most of the stores are happy to give it to us and will deliberately leave it to us.
要倒起来吗？袋子还要吗？袋子要。好，谢谢。
In Wufenpu, recycling volunteers walk around all alleys to collect the plastic bags, quickly moving, not disturbing the store owners.
谢谢，爱走不？不用，好，谢谢，感恩你哦，谢谢，感恩你，谢谢。 等一下再来说。
They are grateful when they receive plastic bags, and they say thank you when they receive our plastic bags. So I think they are willing to give and are very cute.
Volunteers from Xinyi and Sanchong districts work together to recycle and sort plastic bags, giving these resources a second life.
On September 21st, heavy rain led to flooding in Indonesia. As a result, Sukabumi City has been devastated. City volunteers went to the disaster area to distribute hot food and cleaning tools.
Heavy rain has led to floods and a large amount of mud has swamped the streets and even houses. In Sukabumi City, about 300 families have been affected by the flood.
Whenever it rains, the water flows very quickly.
In the aftermath of the flood, there's debris everywhere. The government and military helped the affected residents clean their homes. Tzu Chi has also brought supplies and cleaning tools from Jakarta. Tzu Chi's assistance is very helpful to affected residents. I thank Tzu Chi on behalf of everyone. The cleaning tools are especially important. Tzu Chi volunteers deliver the hot food and daily supplies to the affected residents. They also give out masks, reminding everyone to prevent the spread of the pandemic.
The rescue workers, members of the public, and volunteers need to maintain a good health and implement the government's pandemic prevention measures.
As help from different organizations arrives, the affected residents can rebuild their homes more quickly.
In August of this year, rainstorm devastated parts of Mexico, leading to mudslides and flooding in Xochimilco. In the aftermath of the flood, local volunteers assessed damages and distributed consolation cash and supplies to 96 affected families.
A giant stone has rolled from the mountaintop and run over several residential houses. Rainstorms devastated Mexico in August, and Xochimilco borough in the capital was the most hard-hit area. Mudslide occurred in the slope area, and the burst of embankment has devastated houses. All the furniture is immersed in muddy water. Mexico volunteers went there to assess damages. With the government's roster list and the support of government officials, city volunteers are able to hold distribution in the Cultural Activity Center.
Today marks the 3rd anniversary of the Mexico earthquake. Before the distribution, please observe a minute of silence in tribute.
As volunteers deliver love, she could not hold back her tears.
Due to mobility issues, when the house was flooded, I could only crawl outside. I thought I was going to die, but I am still alive. I am thankful that I only suffered material losses.
I never imagined that I could receive consolation cash today. This is a nice surprise.
For the impoverished families who cannot come to the distribution, volunteers deliver the supplies to their homes.
I hope in the future I can be like you, spreading love.
Despite the pandemic and natural disaster, the affected residents have felt the love of the volunteers.
Shanghai's garbage sorting is unique. The domestic garbage may be put in the same bin, and after the bin is transported to a recycling factory, accurate sorting is carried out. After Shanghai's government pushed such policies, reward systems follow up.
Styrofoam is referred to as the bubble in China. First, it is decomposed by organic solutions, reducing its mass, and then it is transported to a factory for recycling.
In small communities, the styrofoam has few issues. Firstly, it is light, yet it is large in size. Secondly, it is flammable, therefore dangerous. Over there, we have styrofoam compressed into blocks. Those compressed blocks are compressed with a ratio of 1 to 40.
With volatilization and condensation, the solvents and plastics are separated. What is left is the dissolved styrofoam, and after cooling down, it becomes a material for renewable plastics, making it possible for producing photo frames, skirting boards, and glass fiber. The company in charge of waste sorting and resource recovery is Blue Whale Resources, a company based in Shanghai and is a subsidiary of state-owned enterprise. As of now, in Shanghai, there are 12,100 recycling service points, 169 transfer stations, and 9 locations for inland depots. Thousands of trash collectors take orders online and make visits to collect trash from certain categories. Garbage truck driver Ni Xiangyu, along with his crew Yongming, makes 4 journeys a day as they go through communities collecting recyclables.
The company will know where you have been and how much the community sells. When the company receives an appointment from a customer, large trucks are sent out for large amounts and likewise. Normally we send out large trucks.
The list on the recycling truck is their work result for a day. Shanghai's material sorting doesn't have a detailed sorting process at the source. Therefore, any resource is given to the recycling company for processing. Once the recycling truck arrives at its factory, the workers begin the next stage of categorization.
Within these are plastic bottles, newspapers, books. It belongs here. These are glass, metal, old clothes, and styrofoam. It is all here.
After manual sorting, resources in different categories go through the conveyor belt for compression, ready for an exciting change.
About cardboards, we look at the size and volume, and when it reaches a certain amount, we will send it to the end processing factory. The people there will separate the cardboards based on color, and then dissolve it. After that step, the materials will be made into paper products.
Eagerly collecting garbage and turning it into gold, Shanghai's promotion of garbage sorting point system starts in communities, listing out the recycling rankings. On the other hand, citizens may use the point system to exchange for coupons or living supplies. This blue smart bin is designed by the Blue Whale Resources. It is the intelligent exchange machine.
We give the residents a score. The machine does not allow exchange for cash. The scoring provides several rewards. We put these machines in different communities for them to exchange for real items. Some communities have a different machine, which requires a small IC card.
This method is built on 3,000 recycling service points, collecting domestic garbage while collecting recyclables. The seemingly perfect plan was delayed due to the pandemic.
Actually, from the end of February and the beginning of March, we started to get back to work. Our statistics are here. We did market research and found that Carrefour produces 700 to 800 kilograms of cardboards per day.
During the pandemic, I never left the house. Now this place is open. We come 4 times a day to disinfect. Earlier, around a couple of months ago, every day we receive more garbage bit by bit.
Recyclables increasing is an important indicator that displays a recovering economy. As to end the processing units for waste, Shanghai's local government invests over 20 billion renminbi.
After we can recycle these items, we may renew it. Actually, if we sort it right from the start, the entire garbage amount along with the incineration amount, while including the landfill numbers, decreases. It reduces pressure on us.
Shanghai City's strict policy on garbage sorting reaches its first year as domestic garbage decreased from 50% to below 30%. Processing a ton of garbage is less than $170. Although the final results are yet to be seen, Shanghai City has earned a spot on the global trend of eco-friendliness and earth continuation.
In Sichuan, in the aftermath of an earthquake, Tzu Chi volunteers helped rebuild a senior high school. Volunteers recently visited the school students ahead of sending love in the winter. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.